Hello everyone and welcome to EWA Monday Madness. And this week we start things off with Vince Varick versus KJ Monroe as Varick came charging in with a dropkick, but Monroe able to avoid him. KJ drops down on him with a senton splash. And now going out to the outside. Springboard elbow to the back. And Monroe, a house of fire to start things off here, as both men will now lock things up. Coming up this week on Monday Madness, in our main event, we have the EWA World Women's Champion, the Pencil Pusher. The first time we'll see her in action since dethroning Wendy Wonder, as she will face Dottie Garret in non-title action. We'll also see Beauregard King of the King's Gambit, the winner of the final eliminator match, as well as the King's Gambit taking on Anderson Roedion in SPM. We'll talk more about that match later, but let's focus on this one in the ring here as KJ takes Varick down with a Hurricane Rana. Monroe now drives the knee into the side of the head, and then follows that up with a kick to the back on Big Vince Varick, who now rolls out to the apron trying to get a little bit of breathing room here, but KJ giving him none, and then drops him throat first on the top rope and sends him falling down to the floor. Monroe working on the legs here. Oh, look out. Drives that knee into the floor on the outside. Reversal on the Irish whip, and Monroe crashes into the barricade here at ringside. And now Varick grabs a hold of him and starts bringing him towards the ring and tosses him back inside. Goes in. Oh, but Monroe catching him with a kick. Varick ducked under the spin kick, but then Monroe went through the legs and hit him in the face with one. And look at KJ celebrating a little maybe premature here as Varick is able to catch him from behind. And now he scoops him up, but Monroe elbows to the side of the head. And now sends him off on the Irish whip as the West Coast Kid and arm drags him down. Monroe now to the outside, going up to the high rent district here. Setting his sights on Varick as he gets to his feet. Oh, dived off, but got caught there by Varick and then follows it up with a forearm and a big jumping elbow drop crashing down on the chest of Monroe. Varick now deadlifts him off the mat and then plants him with a running power slam. He hooks the leg at the cover, but Monroe able to kick out at one. KJ now again gets the Irish whip reverse, this time into the corner, and Varick now driving the shoulder repeatedly into the chest. KJ now slumped in the corner. Varick, what's he got in mind here? He charges in. Oh, face wash as he just drives that foot right through the face of Monroe. Picks him back up and now slams him face first into the turnbuckle and now puts him on that top turnbuckle. He's got him perched up there. What's Varick got in mind? He now climbs up, going all the way to the top rope here. Look out, top rope superplex. Both men crashing down in the middle of the ring, but KJ Monroe clearly getting the worst end of that one. And now Varick just pulling at the face, ripping at the eyes and the nose of Monroe, but he's able to escape. And now KJ out to the apron and a springboard frog splash across the back. Monroe now picks him up, catches him and grabs him in a full Nelson and picks him up. Big time full Nelson slam. Monroe goes for the pin. 1, 2, but that's all as Varick able to get that shoulder up. KJ maybe thinking Emerald Flosion here. Scoops him up and drives him down. Goes for the cover. He hooks the leg. 2, and no! Vince Varick gets the left shoulder up just before the referee counts 3. Oh, Monroe, another senton splash. Undaunted, you see KJ trying to get the crowd fired up here. Couple of reverse knife edges, drops him with a DDT. The West Coast Kid now sets him up in a seated position. Oh, comes at him with a jumping neck snap off the side. Just real strain on the head and neck there. And now Monroe back to the top rope. This didn't work out so well the first time. Oh, this time he connects. A little bit of a twisting shoulder tackle off the top rope as Varick to the apron and gets shoulder blocked down to the floor by Monroe. Referee now starting to administer a 10 count to Vince Varick. The West Coast Kid watching things happen here. Decides to slide out now that Varick gets up. Maybe waited a little bit too long. Varick has him up in the fireman's carry into a gutbuster. Maybe some indecisiveness on the part of the West Coast Kid there. As Varick now sends him back into the ring. Stomp right to the back of that knee and then kick to the back. And then, oh, shooting star press attempt. But Monroe got the knees up. You could see, though, holding the knee there. 400 pounds still crashing on the knee. Doesn't feel good. Varick able to counter there. Catches him with a right hand. Boot to the midsection. Oh, double underhook brainbuster. Varick goes for the pin. 1, 2. No. Monroe able to get out at 2. KJ now trying to pull himself up in the corner. Varick across the way. Now coming back in. Boot to the midsection. Sends Monroe down and then a cannonball in the corner. Varick now setting KJ up. Goes for a kick, but it's caught by Monroe. And a DDT right on the top of the head of Vince Varick. Monroe now grabbing onto the leg. Oh, he's got that leg pinned up against, man, that was a real awkward stretch, but thankfully for Varick, he was right in the ropes, and now KJ puts him up top. Oh, could he be thinking it here? He's up there with him. Here it comes. The Dub CK. He moves him over into the pin, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Got him. Let's go to the replay here for our opening matches. KJ flying through the air with that springboard elbow, but then Varick had him perched up on the top turnbuckle, ascends to the top rope with him, hooks him, and then delivers a top rope superplex. But then Monroe would again go to the springboard, this time with the frog splash, doing a number on the back of Big Vince Varick. And then here, the power as he hoists up the 400 plus pounder with that full Nelson slam. But Varick would kick out there. And then Monroe again scooping the big man up and down with that Emerald Flosion right into the cover. Thought he might have had him here, but Varick was able to get the shoulder up. And then here KJ torpedoes himself off the top rope. But then Varick, check this out here, double underhook high into the air, down on the top of the head with the brainbuster. But KJ would just power out in the nick of time. And then check this out as Varick with the cannonball in the corner. But then Monroe would pick him up onto the top turnbuckle. And then here we go, up with him, grabs onto the head, down with the Dub CK. Rolls him over, hooks the leg, and that was all she wrote for this one. The West Coast Kid, KJ Monroe, picking up a win over Vince Varick to get us started this week on Monday Madness. All right, we got tag team action up next here on Monday Madness as it's the King's Men of the King's Gambit taking on SPM and Anderson Roedion. SPM coming right after William Rook here, but Rook not phased and then clubs him down to the mat. This match came about because last week on Madness, it was Anderson Roedion taking on James Bishop, who we see at ringside here. Watch this though, King's Men, double back body drop on SPM. And in the middle of the match, the King's Gambit music began to play, and while Roedion and the referee were looking toward the entranceway, William Rook came in the back door with a chair and just nailed Roedion on the head with it. Roedion, despite that, would still be able to pick up the win over Bishop after coming back from that devastating chair shot. And then Roedion wanted a piece of the King's men after that, wanted Rook specifically. The deal was if he could find a partner, and here he found one in SPM, although SPM taking a little bit of a beating here. SPM's had a little bit of history with the King's Gambit. Wait a second, Bishop just slid a sledgehammer into the ring. This is not a no disqualification match, as now the referee gets rid of the debris. SPM reversing the Irish whip into the corner, catching Rook, but now Rook reverses, caught him with a right hand, and now picks him up in electric chair position. But SPM with some punches to the head, able to get free of it. Clubbing blow to the back, but didn't even phase the big man. The two monsters of the King's Gambit here, Rook and Jackson. Picks him up now, does Rook. Brings him over to the corner and then drops him face first on the top turnbuckle. And now not even a boot. These two gentlemen wrestle barefoot. Foot right to the throat there of SPM, and now Rook sends him to the corner. SPM, though, catches him with an elbow. He's got to get out of that corner. Tries with a clothesline. Staggers Rook a little bit, but doesn't take him down. And then Rook drops him with a release German suplex. Rook now just grabbing the head of SPM, ramming it repeatedly into the ring mat. He goes for a cover. He gets two. Oh, SPM just barely kicking out there. He's taken a heck of a lot of punishment, and now he tries desperately to crawl over towards Roedion. But Rook interrupts him, and what's Bishop doing on the apron? He just took the turnbuckle pad off. Rook just knocked SPM down to the floor, and now going right after Anderson Roedion. SPM back in the ring, but Rook waiting for him. Sends him off in the Irish whip and a back elbow as the referee still dealing with that turnbuckle pad. Rook went for a splash, but SPM able to get out of the way. SPM now firing with those rights. A European uppercut takes Rook down. Really should take the opportunity to make the tag here. Forearm. Oh no. Rook still not phased. But SPM still firing away. Still unsuccessful at bringing the big man down. Rook sends him off the ropes, picks him up, and drops him into a spine buster. Rook now picking SPM back to his feet, sending him to the corner. Tag is made to Jackson Knight. Here we go. Double Irish whip. Could be. It is the board breaker. Knight now goes into the cover, and Roedion's seen enough as he comes in to break up the pin. But SPM really badly needs to make a tag as he trips Knight down, but he picks him back up. SPM really, you could see, just not accustomed to tag team wrestling, I think. Reversal of the Irish whip, though, there by SPM. Catches him with a forearm, but Knight just stares him down. He avoids SPM there. SPM dodges the double axe handle attempt. Oh, but Knight picks him up into a fireman's carry, crosses the legs, down into a driver. Tag is made to Rook. SPM diving, and he makes the tag to stalwart Roedion. The first time we get to see him in this match as he catches Rook into the midsection, and then a gut-wrench suplex. Oh, you know Roedion's been waiting to get his hands on William Rook, and now deadlifts him with that gut-wrench and suplexes him down again. Roedion drives the forearm into the face of Rook and then slams the arm down. Roedion now picks him up. Sends him off on the Irish whip into the buckle. And Roedion tags SPM back in. Not sure of this decision, but double Irish whip and a double hip toss. Rook now immediately rolls out to the floor over by Bishop. SPM going out after him, but he's got to be careful That's not a safe spot over there with all the members of the King's Gambit in that area. Oh, knee drop attempt, but Rook gets out of the way. And then Rook, a running DDT, spikes him down on the floor. Rook now picks him back up. Oh, and tosses him into the ring steps. Referee's count now is up to 6. It's up to 7 as Rook throws SPM back into the ring. Rook now grabs onto SPM and then drives the double sledge. Bishop's again up there messing with the turnbuckle pad. Referee's gonna do something about him. Snap suplex by Rook. SPM though, back to his feet pretty quickly. Grabs on. Belly to belly suplex by SPM. He hooks the leg into the cover. 2. And a kick out. Oh, Rook caught SPM with a kick right to the face there. And now drags him over towards his side of the ring. He's got him up against the ropes. Sends him off in the Irish whip. Oh, both men collide there. Rook with a forearm. And then a standing side kick, and SPM goes down. Rook now sends him into the... Oh, that exposed turnbuckle that Bishop took the pad off of. And then just gets run over with a clothesline. Off the ropes goes Rook. Big splash this time finds the mark. You gotta be kidding me. Rook. Reversal of the Irish whip. Oh, and this time it's Rook who hits the exposed buckle. Tag made to Roedion. He charges in. Avalanche in the corner. Caught him on that metal turnbuckle. Roedion now going out to the outside, but Rook able to make the tag tonight. Roedion, though, comes off, catches him with a drop kick. Oh, but Knight, a kick to the head on Stalwart. But he blocks that punch. Shoulder tackle. Oh, no, phasing of Knight there. And now Knight. And now it's Roedion who hits the exposed steel. Knight with a boot to the head. Does the referee even know what Bishop did? I don't even think he's noticed that turnbuckle pad. Sidewalk slam by Knight. And you can see Roedion holding on to the back as Rook gets the tag. Oh, but look at that. Roedion comes out of nowhere with a cross body block. Grabs onto the arm. Oh, but Rook sends him down to the mat. And now puts him over the top rope to the apron. Catches him with a right hand. Oh, no. Rook's out there with him. Picks him up. Back suplex on the ring apron. Between the buckle, the sidewalk slam, and now that. The back of Anderson Roedion is going to be in some serious pain, but he's able to shake it off and slams the face of Rook into the apron. Driving that forearm into the face again. Roedion picks him back up and now sends him into the ring. Both men now back inside. Finally, the referee noticed that exposed turnbuckle. Roedion grabs onto the leg. Oh, kick to the hamstring. Sets him up now. Off the ropes he goes. Jumping neck snap by Stalwart. And now he climbs up to the middle turnbuckle. Diving elbow plants it right in the face of Rook. Roedion in for the cover. SPM keeping an eye out. Oh, but Rook just kicks out before the 3. Roedion thought he had him there. Really looking for that to complete that measure of revenge for that chair shot last week. Oh, Rook reverses, sends him into his own corner. What's Rook got in mind here? Grabs on. Uh-oh, look out. Sends him through the ropes and shoulder first into the ring post. Rook now charges in. Cannonball in the corner. Roedion goes out to the floor to try and gather himself. Now back in. Caught him with a stunner. Rook in for the cover. But SPM in to break it up. Rook now retreats to his corner. And the King's men make the tag. Here comes Jackson Knight. He picks Roedion up. He's Gonna set him up with the Irish whip. No, Roedion reverses. Knight goes over the top rope and out to the apron. Oh, but he shoves Roedion back towards the center of the ring. Gets back in. Picks him up. Oh, just tosses him out of a back suplex position. Knight goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, Roedion shoots that right shoulder off the canvas. Knight drops the elbow right to the sternum. And now he sets up Roedion. Oh, delivers a headbutt right to the top of the head. Knight now pulls him up to his feet by his head and then tosses him over towards the neutral corner. Knight now gonna whip him back to the King's Men corner. Oh, Roedion caught him with an elbow. Both men collide there as Roedion tries to get out of the corner. Firing those right hands. Picks him up onto the shoulders. Carries him over to the corner and then drops him head first onto that top turnbuckle pad. Oh, Knight able to get away from the boot there, deliver a kick to the back. And now he sends Roedion to the buckle. European uppercut in the corner, crumples Stalwart down. Oh, he's in a bad part of town here. Look at this. Oh, Knight just taunting SPM. Daring Roedion to get up. He charges in. Oh, Roedion caught him with a boot on the way in. Irish whip here by Roedion. And a back body drop sends Knight down to the mat. Picks him up. He's got him in a bear hug right in the middle of the ring. Oh, Knight driving those elbows into the side of the head. Double ear clap. And that breaks the hold. Knight now whips Roedion to the King's Gambit corner. And they make the tag. Here comes Rook. And a big right hand to the exposed midsection. Rook scoops him up on the shoulders. And dumps him throat first across that top rope. Roedion, though, able to crawl over and make the tag to SPM. And he catches Rook with a clothesline. SPM now drives the knee into the back of the head. Oh, but Rook bounces back and hits a running DDT and now turns his attention to Roedion. Sends him over to the King's Gambit corner. So now SPM's got no partner to tag at the moment. Raining those right fists down. SPM, though, back up. Rook catches him with another right. Grabs on. Brings him over towards the corner. What's he got in mind here? Dumps him down to the ring. Up to the middle rope. Moonsault by the big man. Showing that agility as he now goes for the cover. 1, 2. And Roedion broke up the pin. He might have even been closer to be able to break it up because of what Rook had done earlier. Rook now sends him to the buckle. Reverse knife edge. Grabs onto SPM. Onto the back. Oh, into an air raid crash. And now look at this. He's got Roedion again. They're just not letting him get out of the ring. Irish whip. Oh, the boot. Oh, the foot drives him down to the mat. Rook now, he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3, it's over. Let's check out the replay here as the King's Men really did a number on SPM early on. They isolated him. There you see the double back body drop. And then off the tag, Rook with a boot to the midsection. And then here just running that foot right into the throat of SPM. Here he goes for the cover, but SPM, watch this, just barely able to kick out. And then Rook sends him off the ropes, picks him up, spine buster slam. But SPM would get a little bit of offense in himself here with that belly-to-belly suplex. But Rook would kick out. And then here you see Knight. Watch this. Hoists up Roedion and just tosses him off that back suplex. Goes in for the cover and Roedion gets that shoulder up. But then watch the agility here of Rook with that moonsault off the middle rope. Usually don't see a man of that height go from the middle rope like that. But then you see Roedion trapped in the corner over there. Foot to the chest, driving SPM down. Rook goes for the cover and he gets the 3 count. The Kingsmen, along with the shenanigans of James Bishop, picking up a win over Roedion and SPM here on Monday Madness. We've got Jack Frost and the 5th Horseman in the ring, ready for our next match. Referee checks with both men. Bell sounds. Frost charges in, but Horseman able to avoid him. Frost, though, caught him over by the ropes there, and now both men locked up. Frost backing a Horseman up into the ropes. Referee trying to get him to break. Oh, a sucker punch, though, by Frost, who now follows up the advantage. Picks up Horseman onto the shoulder, and then a running power slam takes him down. Frost trying to follow up, but Horseman got back to his feet there. They're locked up in the middle of the ring, and Frost sends him backwards. Horseman, though, catches him with a kick. Goes up to the top rope, moonsault, but Frost able to sidestep it. Frost now sends him over the top rope to the apron. Horseman catches him with a forearm, though, gets back inside. And now both men locked up one more time. Horseman backing him up now to the ropes. Referee trying to get in between again. Oh, and another cheap shot by Jack Frost, this time a boot to the midsection. Frost now grabs him in a front chancery. Looking for a suplex, perhaps. Picks him up and down with a vertical suplex. Oh, Frost. He might have taken a little bit out of himself there, but he is the first man back to his feet. Goes for a double axe handle, but the Horseman dodges and catches him. Glancing blow with a jumping clothesline, but Frost able to send him over into the turnbuckle. Horseman catching him with an elbow. And now Horseman slams him face first into that top turnbuckle pad. He's got him in the corner. And now wraps that arm. But now driving, look at that, driving the knee. Right into the face in the corner there. Horseman goes out to the apron. Slingshot, somersault, senton. Horseman now goes for the cover. 1, 2... and the kick out there by Frost. And now a stomp to the arm. Horseman now grabs onto Frost, deadlifts him up, and power bombs him down. Frost now getting back to his feet. Horseman goes for a clothesline, but Frost ducks it, catches him with a kick, and then knocks him back into the corner. Frost charges in. Jumping knee to the face. And now Frost repeated stomps on the Horseman. Frost now is going to send him off to the Irish whip, this time into the buckle. Frost now picks him up onto the top rope. Oh, but Horseman caught him with a kick right to the arm. And now Horseman sends him off the ropes and takes him down with a spear. Horseman goes for the cover. Referee there waiting for it too. Oh, Frost gets the left shoulder up. Horseman catches him with a right. Forearm to the back. Drop kick, but Frost avoids the contact. Horseman, though, catches him with a right to the midsection. Looking for a German suplex, perhaps, but Frost able to counter and send Horseman down to the mat. Firing away with strikes, and now Frost out to the apron. He's got Horseman stunned here. He goes up to the top rope. Oh, he jumped over Horseman. And now look at this, 5th Horseman. Sends him off the ropes. Leapfrogs. Drops down. Picks him up. Pop-up power slam. Plants him down to the mat. Out to the outside goes the Horseman. Another slingshot senton. Horseman now looking to follow up here on Frost. Kick to the midsection. Picks him up onto the shoulders in a powerbomb position. Carries him across the ring, and now look at this. Drops him onto the shoulders and then drops him across the top rope. Horseman going up top. Could be corkscrew shooting star time. No, he sees Frost to get up. What's he going to do here? Crossbody, but Frost gets out of the way. Jack Frost now catches him with a big right hand. Picks him up onto the shoulder and then dumps him down like a sack of potatoes. Frost now going up top. Could be thinking cold snap here. I think Horseman realized it. Went to the outside. Frost dove down, but Horseman too quick. He got back into the ring. Horseman now waiting for Frost as he gets back in. Boot to the midsection. Uh-oh, double underhook. It's a Tiger Driver. Horseman to the outside. Oh, went to the well one too many times there with that slingshot senton. But Horseman elbows into the midsection, fights his way loose. Oh, he went for another jumping clothesline, but Frost able to get out of the way. Frost with a boot to the midsection. Grabs onto the head. Oh, right hand to the bridge of the nose. And now just clubbing the back. Double axe handle. A second one sends the Horseman down. Frost going to the outside. Maybe this will be the time. There it is. The cold snap. Delivered it right to the face. 1, 2, 3. One's over. Let's go to the replay here. As Frost driving Horseman down with that running power slam. But Horseman applying the pressure in the corner here, would fight back. Going for a cover, but Frost able to kick out. But then watch Horseman here. Drives through him with that spear. Goes into the cover, but Frost just able to get that shoulder off the mat. And then here the Horseman hooks him up. Tiger Driver takes him down, but didn't stay for the pin, and that gave Frost a chance to rebound, and then comes off the top with the cold snap to pick up the victory. Jack Frost is going to be cashing his ticket at the pay window. Another victory, this time over the 5th Horseman. All right, up next we have Beauregard, King of the King's Gambit, squaring off against El Muerto. Muerto charges in and takes King down with a drop kick. And now Muerto, grabbing the arm with that arm bar there and just wrapping it down to the canvas. Stomp to the midsection, just stepping over Beauregard, King, and Muerto taking it to the leader of the King's Gambit here from the opening bell. Oh, King, though, able to get the advantage out of the tie-up here into the standing side headlock. Muerto now escapes and now grabs onto the arm into a standing top wrist lock. King, brought down to a knee here by Muerto. Trying to find an escape route out of this, and Muerto trips him down to the mat, taking him down. And now applies a head scissors. Oh, but King able to quickly turn out of it. And now both men locked up, collar and elbow yet again. Muerto backs him up into the ropes. Referee looking for a break here. And he gets it. And here we go with another lockup. And King using that size and strength advantage to push Muerto back. And then King, scoops him up. Drops him down on his head with that Northern Lights bomb. Muerto, though, able to kick out. And now King, right hand to the face. Reversal on the Irish whip by Muerto as King goes over the top rope to the apron. But King caught him with a forearm, and now back inside he goes, but Muerto there to catch him. Oh, takes him over with a standing Spanish fly off the ropes. And then follows it up with a shooting star press. Oh, but King with a knee to the face. Muerto kicks him away, though, as King rolls out to the floor. And Maria Queen up to the apron, but Muerto up to the top rope, undaunted, and takes him down with a double axe handle. Muerto there, hooks on the arm, grabs onto the other one, but the referee says King's feet were under the ropes. Called for the break. Muerto now out on the apron. Oh, slingshots in and takes him over with a Hurricane Rana. Muerto now from behind, but King reverses, clubs him in the back, and a double axe handle to the back of the head sends him down to the mat. Kick to the midsection. Uh-oh, King, elevated inverted DDT. King now trying to position him away from the ropes. And now Beauregard King in for the cover. He gets two, but Muerto gets the left shoulder up. Back to his feet is Muerto. Uh-oh, King takes him down with the playmaker. He hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Let's check out the replay here as Muerto keeping King off balance early, but King, look at that, dropped him right on top of his head from that scoop slam position. Muerto would fight back with that slingshot Hurricane Rana, but then King grabs on, lifts him up and down with the elevated inverted DDT. He'd go for the cover. Muerto, though, would kick out. But then King grabs on with after the boot to the midsection, hooks the arm down with the playmaker, hooks the leg, gets the 1, the 2, and the 3. Beauregard King picking up a win, still rolling off the momentum of being the final Eliminator winner. And now he heads to the winner's circle yet again. Here we go with our next matchup on Monday Madness, and it is dashing Aidan Flynn taking on JT Wolfe. Oh, Flynn rolling out of the way, trying to use that speed early on, but Wolfe now has a hold of him. And now sending him over to the corner is Flynn. Oh, sucker punch as the referee tried to get a break there. And now Flynn, oh, gets double boots to the face by Wolfe. Wolfe now, oh, gets caught in a side headlock here by the dashing one. And Flynn really grinding away on that headlock. Wolfe trying to find an escape route here, trying to get his way free. Oh, and look at that. Flynn just tosses him down to the mat. And then takes him down again with a big right hand. Flynn out to the apron he goes. Springboard crossbody, but he overshot his target. But Flynn able to kick Wolfe away. Stomp to the midsection. Out of the knee. And look at this. Just going around the horn here. Stomping any part he can get to. But Wolfe, though, catches him with a kick to the face. And now both men are locked up again. Flynn slips behind and goes into a rear waistlock. Wolfe, though, escapes and snapmares him down to the mat. Locks in this rear chin lock. Oh, look at the pressure that Wolfe is putting on the head and neck there of Aidan Flynn. Flynn starting to come to his feet, though, but Wolfe switches over into an armbar. Oh, just really putting the pressure right on the shoulder there. As Flynn desperately trying to find an escape, and a couple of punches to the midsection accomplish just that. Oh, and then Flynn hits a springboard DDT, taking Wolfe down to the mat. Grinding in now. Really working on the knee there. Trying to take the vertical base out from under JT Wolfe. And then drops the elbow across the knee. Oh, but Wolfe escapes the stomp, hits a kick to the midsection, and then takes him down with a DDT. Wolfe now goes into the cover. 1, but that's all he gets. Wolfe now firing away. Grabs on, picks him up, and tosses him down out of a suplex position. Wait a second. JT Wolfe just took off the top turnbuckle pad. Referee immediately saw it and went over to deal with it as Flynn caught him with a kick to the back. Oh, both men collide there. Wolfe with a right hand and now sends him off in the Irish whip. Drop toe hold, but oh, Flynn able to block it. And now Flynn goes into the cover. And Wolfe kicks out immediately. Wolfe now grabs him. Oh, back suplex in with a bridge. 1, 2. And Flynn kicks out. Flynn now jumps up and drops him with a DDT. Follows him up with a kick to the back. But Wolfe avoids the stomp. Charges in and Flynn sidesteps and then takes him down with a basement dropkick to the back as Wolfe rolls out to the floor and Flynn goes out with a plancha and takes him down. Flynn starting to feel a little bit of the momentum here. Goes in, wheelbarrow attempt. Oh, but Wolfe blocks it and drops the knee right on the face. And then Wolfe sends him crashing into the ring steps. Sends him over to the other side of the ringside area now as Wolfe drops an elbow right to the sternum. And now Wolfe going to get in as the referee's count is up to 6. He's up to 7 and Flynn's not moving. Up to 8. Is he going to be able to get back in? Just starting to get to his feet now. The count's at 9. And Flynn gets in just before the 10. Oh, but Wolfe catches him on the way in. He's got the legs crossed. Turns him over into the lone howl. But Aidan Flynn right by the ropes. The referee calls for the break. Wolfe follows up here. And now picks Flynn up to a knee. Off the ropes he goes, and a drop kick to the side of the head. Wolfe now goes in for the cover. 1, 2, and he got him. Let's check out the replay here as watch Flynn fly through the air off the springboard there with that DDT. But then Wolfe grabs on, back suplex with a bridge, but Flynn able to escape before the 3 count, and then another DDT as he jumps up to drag him down, and then Flynn with a plancha to the floor. But then Wolfe would get him back in after the lone howl would take him down again, and that would be enough to score the victory. JT Wolfe marching to the win here as he takes down dashing Aidan Flynn. We're set for our main event here on Monday. Matt, wait a second. Maria Queen, what's she doing here? Oh, she just rammed Dottie Garret into the steel steps. She's not supposed to be involved here. This is Dottie Garret now in the ring as you see her in there with the EWA World Women's Champion pencil pusher. This is a non-title match, but Queen just ambushed Dottie. Dottie back to her feet. The referee checks with her. She says to start the match. Oh, the champ charges in and Dottie sends her flying over her head. Oh, but the pencil pusher drops down into a jawbreaker there. Scoops Dottie up and then takes her down with a power slam. She goes for the cover, but Dottie kicks out at 1. You gotta wonder how much damage. You see Dottie holding the face. She got her face slammed right into those ring steps. We'll have to keep that in mind. Oh, pencil pusher sends her out to the outside. Wait a second, what's going on here? Oh, she slides in with a baseball slide. Takes her down and then drops the elbow. Last week, Dottie Garret was facing Maria Queen, and Maria ambushed her on the way to the ring. We saw a repeat of that here, and she sent her into those steps shoulder first. We know that Dottie suffered some damage to her arm and shoulder, but Dottie was still able to get the win, but apparently Maria Queen quite a bit bitter about that as Pencil Pusher comes off the top rope, but she went right over the top of Dottie Garret. Dottie now, takes an elbow from the champion. And now Pencil Pusher sends her over towards the ringside entrance area. Dottie charges in and takes her down with a tackle. Dottie lifts her up with a gut wrench and suplexes her over. Oh, look at this. She rolls through and keeps the grip. And takes her down with another gut wrench suplex. This is a big spot here for Dottie Garret. As Pencil Pusher avoids the knee, a victory here over the World Women's Champion would rocket her right to the top of the rankings. As Pencil Pusher now gets into the ring, Dottie starting to get up to her feet. Referee's count is up to 8. And Dottie now back in. Pencil Pusher celebrating a little bit prematurely, but able to recover before Dottie can take advantage. You can tell Dottie has just been slowed down by that assault. There's no other way to put it. It was just a straight out assault by Maria Queen before the match started. Pencil Pusher now up to the middle rope. What she got in mind here. And a diving European uppercut. This is the first time we've seen the Pencil Pusher who drives Dottie's head into with a DDT since winning the championship from Wendy Wonder back at Final Judgment last month. And now Pencil Pusher, fireman's carry into a side slam. And she is taking it to Dottie Garret. She grabs on and she hooks the rings here. But Dottie able to escape. Pencil Pusher though, kick to the midsection. Has her up, maybe thinking package pile driver, but Dottie counters it and takes her down with a clothesline. Dottie Garret now, again deadlifts her up off the canvas, and a running power slam. Dottie hooks the leg, 1, 2, no, Pencil Pusher gets the shoulder up, and Dottie, you can see the look on her face. She thought she had it for sure. Dottie takes her down. She's got the arm locked. It's the Riveter. She's got it in. Pencil Pusher. Can she escape? Oh, she is. She's able to escape, but you could see the damage done to the arm. And now look at this. Pencil Pusher rolls her up and then flips into a bridge. 2. No, Dottie kicks out at 2. The champion now measuring Dottie as she gets to her feet. Dottie blocks, kick to the midsection. Now Dottie swings a roundhouse kick, but Pencil Pusher avoids it. Sends her on the Irish whip. She drops down. And a back elbow, but Dottie blocks it. But she didn't block that. 401k! She turns her over and hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! Dottie powers out just before the 3, and the champion is throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum here. Pencil Pusher now off the rope she goes. Knee, but Dottie slides out of the way. And clotheslines her over the top and down to the floor. Dottie now right out to the outside after her. And she's got that leg pinned and just ripping at the knee here of the Pencil Pusher. And Dottie really fired up now as she now goes up to the top turnbuckle and dives off with a double axe handle to the floor. Dottie grabs onto the arms and now just repeatedly stomping at the midsection of the Pencil Pusher. But the Pusher able to catch her with a kick to the midsection there. Scoops her up, brings her over, and drops her face first on the ring apron. Referee trying to get these ladies back into the ring. Pencil Pusher takes an elbow from Dottie from behind, but then whips her over towards the corner of the ringside area. And the champion now gets back into the ring. Oh, now she goes outside. Oh, Dottie tried to catch her on the way out, but Pencil Pusher able to avoid. Reversal here by Dottie. Picks her up. Oh, but Pencil Pusher able to counter and shift her weight. Oh, she went for a jumping elbow, but Dottie gets out of the way. Kamagoy! The knee goes right into the face. No way for Pencil Pusher to cover up there. And now Dottie gets the champion back into the ring. Dottie follows her in. Again, charges in with that single leg takedown. Dottie scoops her up. Drives the knee into the ribs. And then takes her down with a power slam. Dottie Garret goes into the cover. 1, 2. No, the Pencil Pusher just gets the right shoulder up. Dottie now needs to go back to it. Uh-oh, look out. Stomp to the elbow with that arm just bent in a real awkward place on the canvas. Dottie now picks her up onto a knee. She charges as she goes off the ropes. A drop kick to the back of the head sends her down. Dottie's going to go up to the top turnbuckle one more time. Maybe thinking double axe handle again. Here she goes, and it hits the mark. Dottie with the cover. She's got the leg hooked. 2, and she got her. Let's go to the replay here. As Pencil Pusher, watch this, sends her out to the outside, and then check this out. She slides from one side to the other with that baseball slide kick, and then hits that diving European uppercut. Fireman's carry into a sidewalk slam, but then Dottie Garret, despite the attack earlier, really starts to swing the pendulum her way. Drives her down with that running power slam. And gets the kick out there, but check out the bridge here on the pin. Pencil Pusher. But Dottie's still able to kick out, and then off the ropes. Block of the back elbow, but then she comes in, drives her down with the 401k. Would go for the pin and hook the leg, but Dottie would just be able to kick out. And then here Dottie scoops her up, drives her rib first into the knee, and then power slams her down. As she would go for the cover, but the Pencil Pusher would kick out. But then Dottie would take to the air. Double axe handle sends the champ down, and it would be enough for Dottie Garret to pick up the win. Dottie Garret, despite the ambush at the start by Maria Queen, able to score a victory over the World Women's Champion. But that's all the time we've got on Madness. We'll see you on Thursday.